Hey guys, welcome back to Chris is Losing It. Long time no see. I'm afraid that my attempt to start the year really well didn't pan out. I will make some excuses. I'm in an extremely stressful situation here. I'll spare you the details, but I've got a lot of problems at the moment that are keeping my stress levels high. And that is, of course, very bad for weight loss. Cortisol makes your blood glucose higher. So I didn't lose any weight. I probably put on quite a bit actually, but what I have been doing is kind of immersing myself in a new approach. I've been watching a lot of carnivore videos. So, long story short, I am now doing carnivore. Did 2 days. I did 48 hours carnivore and fasting. And then yesterday evening, I did fall off because I wasn't feeling very well. I'll get to why in a moment. But the thing you should know is that just in those 2 days, I have lost a couple of pounds despite eating some carbs yesterday evening. So that is proof positive that the ketogenic diet, the carnivore diet, works. It also probably dispels for me the illusion that I might be able to start it after so long of kind of abusing my body without any side effects or consequences at all. The reason I didn't feel good yesterday is because I inaugurated the carnivore diet at the end of day one with a churrascaria, the Brazilian all-you-can-eat rotisserie meat restaurant. I went with my partner and she kind of matched me, so she didn't feel good yesterday either. But technically, we stayed keto for the whole thing, so I wish I could recommend that to you, but we felt very bad the following day, very sleepy, which I think must be to do with the amount of meat we consumed. Our body's trying to break it down, and not to mention all the sort of amino acids like tryptophan that must have been in our blood. I think we must have eaten about, by the end of it, we had half a plate of like bones. So we both must have eaten about at least a pound of meat each. So that was different types of beef steak, a few things of pork, chicken, which I'm trying to stay away from. I'm trying to stay away from chicken because it just doesn't have the nutrient profile and the fat that I'm going to need to succeed at this carnivore thing. Another thing is that I think I have not been eating, probably partly because of chicken. Chicken's been an easy thing to eat, but I think partly because of chicken, I have not been getting enough protein the past few times I've tried keto. So even the ones where I was really successful over weeks and weeks, I think I've not had enough protein, and then my body is kind of punished me. The main consequence I get from going keto is weird headaches, feels like a stress headache. So the stress headaches, or that feeling, a nasty kind of headache feeling, I get a little bit of diarrhea. Usually it's not a lot, and usually it's maybe only for one day. I know people get it a lot worse than that, and they get it late in, like at the 2-3 weeks mark, but I think that's because they're doing keto. The reason keto works is because it's not because of the diet, it's because of ketogenesis. It's about being in a state where your body is producing more ketones. And I think if you do fasting, especially if you do fasting earlier in your attempt at diet, the fasting speeds you through that section where your body is trying to adapt to ketogenesis, to using ketones. Think if you do the keto diet, if you're still eating food and just tickling your insulin response for day after day, it stops you from getting adapted as quickly, is my reasoning. So with a bit of one meal a day, then I find that the diarrhea goes away. In the past, the headaches haven't gone away as quickly, but that's because, as I say, I think I haven't been getting enough protein on the meals that I do eat. So what I've come down on now is eating for kind of my ideal. So My ideal body weight is somewhere around 175 pounds. That would mean, not much fat on me. So, a fitness rule of thumb is 1 gram of protein. I know you're using different systems here, but 1 gram of protein for every pound of body mass. So, 175 grams of protein. If you're talking about the protein in meat and not just the meat, that's going to be hard to do. It's going to be hard because there's only about 40, 50 grams of protein in a half a pound ribeye. And I'm not going to be eating the equivalent of 3 ribeyes a day. I'm going to be fasting at some of it. So what I'm going to be aiming for is about 40 to 50 grams of protein per meal, which is doable with things like if I have a breakfast, it's going to be, say, 2 eggs, 2 bacon, 2 sausage, maybe 3 eggs is kind of getting into that neighborhood. A ribeye in the evening with some bacon, perhaps. That's going to be fine. So anyway, after not doing all this for quite a long time, and as I said, not doing it when I intended for various reasons, after 2 days, I've lost about 2 pounds. So that's the start, and I'm gonna carry on now. So obviously, after not getting into it when I wanted at the start of the year, I'm not quite as confident as I was then, but I hope you'll join me on my journey and we can get our bodies sorted out and healthy together.